criterion for substance abuse disorder. Many of those will eventually stop without too much trouble, but a good many won't, and we need to have treatment solutions available for them. Treatment solutions that have not yet been properly evaluated, and those that do exist are in short supply. What we do know is that prohibition was not working. Too many people were being harassed and prosecuted for using the product, and too often those individuals were minorities. Lack of taxation and regulation left consumers exposed to products that were not properly tested, were laced with contaminants and pesticides. Black market participants generated profits for themselves, but did not generate tax revenues for states or localities, and the argument could be made that the sales carried out in the living room at the dealer's house exposed consumers to harder drugs. Bringing those transactions out of the shadows is most likely a public health win and a blow to organized crime. After the state laws and local ordinances are settled, how will it all be implemented? The devil is in the details. What do we do with a successful commercial cannabis market in Southern California? Will cities and counties make the fiscal choices that will cover the new responsibilities they're going to have to take on? Can they exceed the funding to cover registrations and regulations and keep enough to put towards public health expenditures, treatment, education, and other laudable public goals? Will localities choose to allow dispensaries, or opt for cultivation only, or opt out altogether? Assuming legalization hits January 2nd, 2018 and does not get derailed by the feds for some unforeseen reason, assuming we can craft the right law enforcement response to protect the legitimate businesses, keeping our minds open to alternatives to full commercialization like government monopoly or not-for-profit shops and grows, we can add quality jobs and bring in revenue. We can bring equity to some areas that were hardest hit during the years of disproportionate drug enforcement during the war on drugs. California could enjoy a large tax windfall that states like Colorado and Washington have. We have some of the marquee brands grown right here in California. And as of January 2nd, we will have 1 of every 2 legal adult cannabis consumers inside of our state boundaries. The answers for the United States. The answers to these and many other questions remain as we will attempt to answer some of them today. The gathering of this bright and diverse group will serve as a beginning to develop a thoughtful path forward as we work to understand the challenges ahead as we introduce adult recreational cannabis on the California market. Thank you for being here today, and the rest of my colleagues here today. I appreciate you guys taking the time to join us and to get this candid conversation on cannabis policy and commerce and science going. Thank you very much. Okay, little tech.